GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's the GMGA, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning, gang. Good morning, gang. Listen to me. Listen, I've had a trying morning, ladies and gentlemen. Trying morning. And still I rise, and still I rise. I didn't get a chance to upload the intro video on here, so please bear with a brother. I'm checking to see if I look at least decent on these on YouTube. Let me see. I might need to change my settings on my. No, it came out right there. Hold on. It's right here, but why is it flipping it over there? Let me see. Let me see how this looks on YouTube. So I guess it don't matter. Okay, well, let me flip it back. It's been a headache and a half, ladies and gentlemen, a headache and a half for that ass. Pause. No Diddy. Good morning. Go to sleep at night. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's the software that I've been using gave me extreme problems this morning. Extreme problems. I was up and on time, but as you could tell, I had to start late or whatever the case may be. Do me a favor, if you would, share this live or whatever the case may be, because I ain't get the chance to really send it out or whatever the case may be, and I'm not sure if it's showing up where it's showing up on too many other platforms. I do see that it's live on IG, but the way it's capturing the daggone video footage is funny style, even on IG. Good God Almighty. It's one of them days, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 334, aptly named Microphone Check. Microphone check, ladies and gentlemen. I need to shave. I'm starting to look furry around the edges. What's goody like the mob? I see y'all in the building. The roll call is minimal this week because a lot of people, I guess they didn't see me at 8. They said, we going somewhere else. It's all good. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby is in the building. Des and D, super, what's up? Part of that HR team is in the building. Allure for sure, I see you in the building. Listen, this one's just gonna be a talk through. I ain't got too many videos to put up. We gonna talk our way through this one. I'm kind of peed off. I'm kind of peed off about the whole situation, but it is what it is. Got to make the best out of what's going on or whatever the case may be. I'm on another platform. I'm on StreamYard this morning. I had to pivot real quick and try to upload some things and get it to where y'all see it right now. It is what it is. I'll work out all the glitches. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Give me some 100s, a thumbs up or a fire sign if you can hear me clearly in the comments. It's better to be pissed off than pissed off. Pause. No Diddy. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. You feel me? Listen. Have at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. You feel me? I got to keep it pushing and keep it moving. What's goody like the mob, though? It's Wednesday. It's hump day, the middle of the week. Hopefully y'all getting over and not going under. You feel me? Coming over on the good IG, GD Yonks, official KVN, Miss Seductive. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? I wonder why it got me so damn close on the damn IG screen. What the hell is going on? Do. Let me see if I can adjust. Nah, that ain't it. Let me see something. Do. Custom adjustments. No, I don't need that. Say when it all. Let me see what I look like if I do that. All falls down. When it all falls down, baby. Okay, we'll have at it. 100, I appreciate that, crack baby, trick baby. That means I'm sounding good in your neighborhood. Listen. She's doing wonderful. She's doing wonderful, Dad. She's doing good. As I get started on this situation, I want to send a shout out to Flipperachi. Queen's Flip is his birthday today, or whatever the case may be. We brung it in on the internet streets last night, or should I say this morning, or whatever the case may be. Good morning to the brother Queen's Flip. 39 years young out here, huh? You getting old there, young whippersnapper? Have at it. But yeah, I'm going to keep it pushing. Like I said, this is really improvisational show today. We're going to talk about what y'all want to talk about. I will be talking about that bullshittery with the goddamn Popeye's chicken. The Popeye's chicken with the rubber baked into the chicken, or whatever the case may be. They done changed the whole situation from 11 herbs and spices to, I don't know, 11 and a half herbs and spices, and the half being your local prophylactic, you know what I'm saying, for the situation. Now, we don't know if it was a new prophylactic or a used prophylactic. A new one would make it even worse. Tiny cold, good morning to ye. I see you. Listen, we don't know if the condom, the rubber that was found in the chicken, if it was a pre-used condom or one fresh out the pack. All we know is that it was baked into the chicken down there in Texas. I don't know what the hell is going on down there. Some damn Texas. It's a whole lot of things going on. I said, damn, and I plan on, you know what I'm saying, moving around like ties. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I said, good God Almighty, what the Figuredale is going on down there? You getting... Now, I pray to God, it was bad enough that it was a rubber in the damn chicken. I pray to God that it wasn't a used one. Now, the question is, did it get placed in the chicken there in the store, or did somebody do that at the damn the factory where they packaged the chicken to get it on over to Popeyes? Because I don't know how fresh it is. I don't know if they dip in batter and flour it right there in the store. I don't know none of these things. You feel me? So I'm not knowing what's happening, what's popping. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's going on. Hold on, I ain't mean to do that. Now I know why it's because I'm filming over here. Is filming both in vertical and in regular here. So over on IG it's showing my face big as hell, my like right here on my face or whatever the case may be. But I didn't know. Listen, I need to know. I need some understanding. Pause. How did the rubber get in the chicken, huh? I heard of rubber duckies, but I ain't never heard of no damn rubber chickens. I ain't never heard of no rubber chickens, huh? CBS, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. I don't care where it came from. I'm calling my damn lawyer. I know that's right. I know that's right, huh? I know that's right. Excuse me. I know that's right. The funny part is, just imagine you know what I'm saying, you hungry than a mug and you just decide to go and get you know what I'm saying, some of that good old Popeyes chicken that's supposed to be finger licking. K-Mo, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. And you know what I'm saying, you hungry, you probably done, you know what I'm saying, worked you a good day or whatever the case may be, or did you running around, stomach going, and you say, okay, I'm going to pull up to the Popeyes. You know, they chicken be on the ones and twos most times or whatever the case may be. And the biscuits might not be what they used to be, but they still biscuits. You know what I'm saying? So you go pick you up a 2-piece and a biscuit. You know what I'm saying? You pick up a 2-piece and a biscuit. Little did you know that you had something extra in there. So you had a 2-piece plus and a biscuit, huh? And we ain't talking about your sides either. We talk about what was inside of the goddamn chicken. What the hell is going on? And then you take a bite out of crime. Pause. No diddy. You say, yeah, I'm about to tear this damn chicken up. And you take a bite out of it, and all of a sudden, like, what the hell is this? What the hell is going on? It's like, oh, no, because when you look back and you see something hanging out the chicken, and you say, what the figure is that? And you get to pulling, and that thing start to stretching out, and you like, I know this ain't what the hell I think it is. I know it ain't what the hell I think it is. And you pull it out, and you say, you get that damn regurgitation feeling start piling up from your stomach all up to your throat. Pause. No diddy. And you like, oh no. And you like, I know these some of a bitches didn't do this. Oh no. If you're listening and watching from over there on IG, come on over to good YouTube if you would. Man, listen. I'm a very visual person, so I can kind of see the scenario when they with the bite into the chicken and then realize it's a foreign object, foreign substance, even possibly, allegedly, in the chicken. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Dad said, not gonna hold you. They need to bring back them strawberry biscuits. I ain't never known Popeyes to have no damn strawberry biscuits. If they gonna get anything, they need to get some blueberry Jones like what you call it? Bojangles you have. Long whoop was goody like the mob, huh? Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, Y'all do me a favor and like this situation. I don't got a whole lot of my extras, added on to this situation here. Brother trying to work it out. Brother trying to work it out. Notorious, good morning. Good morning, gang. What's supper? What's goody like the mob? Yeah, well, as I was saying, just imagine your ass bite into your chicken and all of a sudden you find out there's something finger licking. Pause. No diddy. You don't know nothing about them blueberry biscuits. Who don't? Notorious? Shit. I'm just like, man, you bite into your good old chicken. Was it a breast? Was it a thigh? I know it wasn't a wing or a leg, so it was either a wing, it was a thigh or a breast. Either one of them, you like, this is a good piece of chicken. And all of a sudden, you got something that's all you thinking about when you bit into the chicken and found out the rubber in it. Damn, I just pause, Dez, pause, hold up. Just imagine. Hold on though, hold up. Now I wonder if the grease that they fried it in, if there was any foreign objects or foreign substances along with the foreign object, if it was burnt out of the chicken or killed out of the chicken. Man, listen, hey, all I'm saying is this. It's a problem, ladies and gentlemen. That's a problem. And I hope they got the best attorney in the United States and or the state of Texas on speed down, ASAP like Rocky, because I would have me like about 10 of them Popeyes franchises. You hear me? Listen, I want 10 franchises with no franchise fees. I want to get my chicken at discounted rated. Plus, I want a couple mil, you know what I'm saying, for my pains and sufferings in my bank account. ASAP like Rocky, huh? Listen. Man, ain't no way in hell. And then again, I might want to think about that. I don't know if I want the damn 10 franchises, because what the hell are y'all doing? If it didn't happen in store, it had to come from somewhere. So long. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Sexy sugar mama, she's in the building. Good morning. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for going late. I'm on a whole nother platform at the moment, streaming platform at the moment. Using StreamYard this morning because a whole lot was going on with the other software, and I was pissed to the highest of pissivity. So please forgive me for my tardiness. It wasn't because I was asleep. It wasn't because I was late getting up or didn't hear no damn my alarm joint. It was because you know what I'm saying. Maybe the employee thought they were helping somebody out. Damn it, Jim. Tone, what's up, bruh? Good to see you over there on the good IG streets. Come on over to YouTube, huh? Listen, it even though things has been rough this morning, it's still a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could the GMGs be mine? Would you be mine? Oh, I like how they, when I highlight the messages over here, where they sit them over there on IG is different. I like that. I don't like the fact that they didn't flip my camera over there though. But it's all good. It's all good. Listen, that person tastes rubber for the rest of it. Hey, traumatized. You hear me? Traumatized. Listen, Your Honor, I've been hearing voices in my head. I've been hearing Lord, Your Honor, I've been haunted by the souls of a million babies. Pause, no diddy. Your Honor, ever since this happened, I've been inundated with dreams. Should I say nightmares? I've been hearing the voices of a million souls of babies, and I don't know why. Listen, hey, I want to know if it was a man or woman, because I can't remember whether it was a man or woman that actually partook in the damn Popeye's chicken or whatever the case may be. At minimal, ladies, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, ladies, but I hope it was a young lady. Not a young lady. I hope it was a woman. I hope it was a woman that, you know what I'm saying, took a bite out of crime, because that damn sure was a crime. I hope it wasn't no fella. I hope it wasn't no fella. Please, ladies, don't get on my head. Pause. Don't get on my top piece or whatever. Don't want no problem. Don't get on me, ladies. I'm sorry. But in that instance, I hope it wasn't a fella that took a bite out of crime, because damn it, Jim, huh? Damn it. I'm gonna have to work on how I look over here on the damn other side, though, because, man, listen. Those watching from over on IG and other platforms, depending on how it's laid out, I apologize for how it's looking. If it's in regular landscape format, then you goody like the mob. But I know on IG it's looking some kind of discombobulated, because you're only getting about this much of my face over there. I do apologize. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those just tapping in, tuning in, do your boy the extra special favor. Hit that thumbs up one time for your boy. Book up. While you at it, hit that notification bell. Bing. Subscribe also. I ain't even got my sound effects up here like that. I'm really discombobulated. Let me see if I can upload. I ain't even gonna upload them today. We on a wing and a prayer today, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't uploading no damn sound effects or none of that today. We gonna have at it. But yeah, how do y'all feel about that situation? How would y'all have reacted in the moment? How would y'all have reacted in the moment when and if you all would have been the recipients of the chicken, the rubber chicken. We gonna call it the rubber chicken, as opposed to a rubber ducky. We gonna call it a rubber chicken. Jazz, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Listen, what would y'all have did if y'all had got the extra special prize in your Thank you very much for the gifts. I appreciate that. How would y'all have felt if y'all was the one to take a bite out of crime of that good old Popeye's chicken, or was good old Popeye's chicken, and I almost forgot my morning show. We don't do that. Listen, hey, Jazz, I'm late anyway, so you damn near on time. I just started at 9:10, so you on time for the most part. Went through a whole lot of things this morning, so I had to pivot. I had to pivot real quick and make it do what it do. You feel me? Listen, hey. What would y'all have did, ladies and fellas? Fellas, say what you gonna say. Ladies, say what you gonna say. What would you have done had your ass took a bite out of crime of that good Popeye's chicken, and it is something chewy with a pause, no diddy. Some of that chicken would have been chickening for y'all asses. Hold on, let me turn that up, Bob. What y'all would have did, huh? What would y'all have done? Kamo said projectile vomit ASAP like Rocky. Listen, man, even talking about his pause is giving a pause. No diddy. Giving a strange sensation right here, making, you know that feeling. Oh man, Lady Cosanita, she's in the building this morning. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen. I don't know. I don't know what, whoever did that Bama ass shit gets this Bama here award for the year. Whoever did that wicked, sick, vile, evil thing. Like I said, I pray to God that it was just a new one. I pray to God that it was a new one that they put in that chicken. I'm hoping that it wasn't a used one. And then again, and also on top of that, ain't no if. I hope that person, whoever bit into it, gets fully tested, because we don't know, sick individuals do sick things. And somebody it could have been a laced rubber. Don't they sound crazy? A damn laced rubber and chicken. Allegedly. Listen, I ain't got my warning loaded up or none of that, but it's all good because I ain't showing no videos today. I'm having that, and we're going to talk about some things. Listen, I hope that they got the greatest lawyer. I hope that they get all the money they can get and then some. And y'all can tell that wasn't no AI, that wasn't no skit, that wasn't somebody that planted rubber in the chicken. It was baked in. You could tell how that crust was crusting on the condom. Pause. No Diddy. You could tell how the crust was crusting on the kizondom and how it was baked on into the chicken like it was the bonus spice in the recipe. Peep scheme, Wagwan brethren, was goody like the mob, huh? Listen, y'all tell a friend to come on in. We motivating and moving. We late, but we still here, huh? We late, but we are still here. And y'all know my saying, and still I rise. They said I would have been so high. I would have said to myself, should I eat the other piece of chicken? No, Dez, you better not. Dez, you better not. Listen, I would hope that you wouldn't get there. Pause. Now, what it should have did was blown your high. Like, I know the hell I'm tripping. I know the hell this ain't what the hell I'm thinking. Hell, you could be sober as a mug and think that you high. Like, hold up, I know this ain't what the hell I'm thinking. I know it ain't. Listen, I need some answers. What the hell is going on down there? What's in the water down there in Texas? Because that's where that shit happened. The Popeyes in Texas. Popeyes up in here Popeyes up in D.C. probably would have got shot up. Popeyes up here, D.C., surrounding areas might have got shot up. Like I know y'all Bammers ain't playing with me like that, Slim. You know that's how we gonna say, or the youngest might say, Mo. Listen, we gonna go up in there and probably rat-a-tat-tat that place up, not even thinking about the payout or the payoff behind it. We gonna be like, I know you didn't play with me like that, Slim, and get the tearing it up. I need to know who the hell is your cook ASAP like Rocky, the ones on shift and the ones that ain't on shift. I need to know their names and their addresses ASAP like Rocky. You feel me? Hey, man, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep on moving. But sheesh. What more can I say? Rubber chicken. There was a woman who purposely put her juices in food at a restaurant and a customer got herpes on his lip from an old man suffering from ignorance. I reported on that one. And matter of fact, wasn't that a Popeyes too? Hold up. Was that a Popeyes? I can't remember. I did report on that, but was that a Popeyes? If that happened in the Bronx, that place would have had a new remodel. Hey, look, as it should. As it damn well should. You hear me? Because I'm like, good God Almighty. What the hell is going on, huh? Charlie Hustle was goody like the mob. Salute. Good morning to ye. I had to drink my water so I can mind my business, ladies and gentlemen. What else is popping? What else is going on in the news today? I'm just seeing that ABC releases their own version of the Nolan Wells audio or whatever the case may be. How do y'all feel about that enhanced audio that's been released? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel like that's that it's authentic? Do you feel like that it's a problem because of the fact that it showcases or shows that there's more more afoot here in that Nolan Wells case? What do y'all feel about that, huh? Me, myself, I want justice to be had, because at the end of the day, even if it was an accident, for all these MFers and their parents to act like They don't know shit about shit. That they deactivated their accounts. They deactivated their accounts without there being a need to deactivate their accounts. Before any backlash, before any accusations or innuendos, they got right on top of it. Pause. No Diddy, and deactivated accounts. The children and their parents. That lets you know alone that people knew what happened. Somebody knew what was going on. Whether the young man actually really quote unquote drowned or something more heinous happened, they knew what was going on. They knew what was happening. Now they saying, okay, he been drinking, he got drunk. Okay, that happens. I hate to say it, that happens at these little parties and teenage parties and all these things or whatever the case may be. Now what we need to find out is whether or not something was put off into his his drink or his food or whatever the case may be. We don't know. They was all high and drunk. Exactly. So somebody know, and they be knowing what their kids be doing. They know their kids be getting lit and all these other things, especially in those type of, in those circles and in suburban circles and all that. My thing is this. Why y'all either put that boy or leave that boy out there to die? Why y'all put that boy out there or leave that boy out there to be found? Why y'all put that boy out there, leave that boy out there and then try to hide and cover up? Why you put that boy out there, leave that boy out there and couldn't even go talk to the parents? And then when the parents pulled up at your house, the one dude didn't even want to get the boy's possessions up, acting like he couldn't find it. Till somebody said, nah, it's on your dresser, and went and then they went and found it after a good while of looking again or whatever the case may be. I think that the feds need to be involved with this because of the fact that the judge is involved with this as a mother, as a parent. I think the feds should be involved with this because of the medical examiner and her bullshiggery. I think she needs to be federally investigated alone because there's a number of cases that her name is coming up on that are having suspect outcomes, and they all involve young black boys or young black individuals or whatever the case may be. And she has summarily hurried up and closed the book on them with crazy causes. Phantom Beats was goody like the mob was good. I just found out where my parents were born. MFers were injecting chickens with ARVs, meant for humans, into chickens and all antibiotics because chickens grow faster. Oh, wow. I don't know. The whole scenario suspect. Remember one of the guy's stepmother? Yes, indeed. She probably told the others what to do. Cover up, cover up, cover up. Factor mundo, sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. The problem is this. They thought that wasn't nobody gonna come to the aid of this young boy's memory and his family or whatever the case may be. Now they discombobulate and they scrambling, but it's too late, baby, bye bye. I think that the judge need to be dealt with. I think a couple of other parents need to be dealt with. If that audio is in fact authentic, which they are saying they is, as far as my last recollection on it, something definitely needs to be done. Something needs to be done in the situation. You hear me? Something needs to be done. And I know the feds are probably like this. You tuning in. We waiting for them to say, okay, we stepping up and taking control of this whole situation. We have announced the arrest. Hopefully they come forward with a press conference. We have announced the arrest of this person, their parents, the medical examiner, the sheriff, anybody else that's dealing with this case that didn't speak up and speak out, they all need to be arrested. You hear me? Because they are either complicit, part of the situation, the culprits that did it, and or accessories before and or after the fact. And their asses all need to be locked up, figured up. When you cover up accidents, the negligence to not report and not care enough to notify police emergency help turns it into a crime. That's a factamundo. That part right there. That's what I'm saying. Whether it really turns out, just like Ben Crump says, they just want the actual factuals out there. They want the truth, no matter what it may be, no matter what side of the table it sits on. If indeed it was an accident, why you claim this is your friend? Why the F would you leave him out there to rot? Why would you place him out there if he passed on the boat? Why would you place him out there and don't go say nothing to nobody? Why would you go do that? And then hit dog hollering, the fact that y'all, like I said, shut down your social media is just like that, says a whole lot. Says a whole lot as to motive and or, if not pre-calculation, calculation in the moment, or whatever the case may be. Young Drez, that's what she said, is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Said, don't trust people near waters. Listen, don't trust them on land neither. You feel me? You can't, don't trust them on land neither. Shit. Listen, you got to be mindful out here. You got to be mindful. And it's a damn shame. A young boy with so much promise, and it's been a lot of stories here lately of young men of so much promise going through issues, coming up missing, coming up unalive. And it ain't just a very new thing. Even R.I.P. and I hope that they really get into the bottom of the Kendrick Johnson case as well, because from everything I'm seeing with that's very heinous and foul what went on with that situation. But these are not the two only stories, or whatever the case may be. Free Carmelo Anthony. I don't care who sees it otherwise. Free that young boy. Free him. Free him. All of them need to be dealt with, the parents and sons. Every last one of them are accessories to the crime. Then they tried to put it on the girl he was last seen talking to, and she's not having it. That's a fact. And I hope she come forward with everything she know, and I hope she tell it all. I hope one of these people, one of these young boys that either that were in the picture with him or somebody else that was there and or no, or one of these boat captains or whoever, I hope somebody comes forward and has a heart and tells it like a T.I. is. Hopefully they'll tell it like it is. And if any of y'all, any of y'all youngins are watching as part of that situation, if you do come forward, more than likely you might get immunity or whatever the case may be. But the people that has something to do with this shit definitely need to be dealt with. You hear me? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. I really do. You feel me? Shaquille Oatmeal, what's goody like the mob? I see you over there on X. Come on over here to YouTube if you would. I went up with my peeps. I thought I knew, and it was wakeboarding. And when it was my turn in the water, they told me there were bull sharks. Look, you said never been in a boat with them again. You said I ain't getting on no damn wakeboard. Well, you got to understand though. Hold on, Phantom. If you in open body of water, i.e. the ocean, you should know that there's sharks somewhere. Sharks somewhere, whether they nurse sharks on up to damn great whites. There's sharks somewhere in them ocean waters. And the thing with bull sharks is they sometimes go up in the fresh waters too. So even if you're in a little river inlet or whatever the case may be that's coming in from the ocean, you might have some bull sharks in it, especially if you're down in Florida or some of them places. So you got to know that's a thing, huh? After finding about that years ago, what was goody like the Mizab, huh? Took ages for boats to pick me up. 20 bandana, what was goody like the mob, huh? It was a river. That's what I'm talking about. Rivers come from ocean. They inlets from the ocean. And bull sharks are one of the only sharks that maneuver up through fresh water and are able to thrive in fresh water, or whatever the case may be, that we know of. Because there was a time where we didn't even know bull sharks did that bullshiggery. pun intended, no pun intended. But we don't know what other kind of sharks then found their way or adapted to be able to come up into riverways long as the body of water is deep enough or whatever the case may be for them to flourish and to flow through or whatever the case may be. But you got to be mindful. You got to be mindful. And in this day and age, they should have signage out. They should have people that monitor the waterways, especially with knowing now that bull sharks come through or whatever the case may be. They should have signs up say, do not swim or beware. The probability of you encountering a shark is 50%, 75%, 100%. Don't get your ass in the water percent. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen. The world we live in ain't wrapped too tight. I'm going to just say that the world we're living in is not wrapped too tight. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, while we at it, having at it, do me a favor, share this, repost this, Yeah, we late. We late, but we right on time or whatever the case may be. I'm on another platform for the day or whatever the case may be. Hell, I might keep it here depending on how it work. I got to see how it go when it comes to camming people up because it used to be an issue over here on this platform. And I'm not going, huh? I'm not going. You feel me? Anywho, what else is good? Shout out to Humble Zay. Shout out to Humble Zay. That man walked from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to California, love. Listen, that takes a whole nother set of go-getterism. It takes a whole nother set of mental fortitude or whatever the case may be to be out there all them hours that he did walk. You know, he took breaks and went to sleep and all that, but to walk from position to position to position to deal with weather, to deal with the distance, to deal with racist individuals, to deal with the police, to deal with the environment, to get his ass out there and do a little something. Excuse me. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Terry Murray, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. Listen, shout out to that young man. I applaud him. I seen that he's tapping in with different platforms now. I seen him tapping with Dean and Adrian Broner and them or whatever the case may be. Thank you, Jazz, for the gift. I appreciate that. Listen, I seen him tap in with AB and Dean or whatever the case may be. That man's future is written in stone just from this one act alone. And I hope that enough people have donated and supported his movement so that he can give back to the community in which he set out to do. That was the whole premise. That was the whole premise behind him walking from Philly to California, is to one, raise money, to bring awareness to the cause that he's standing behind. Bless him for sticking to his cause. That part right there. That part. I grew up next to the Potomac watering hole that has currents. It says swim at your own risk. Have never been in there to swim. Crazy talk. That's a fact. And the people, when you hear about people jumping in the Potomac, you like, have they lost their mind? And even with the Potomac River, I can't remember off the top of my head. Somebody put it in the chats for me. Phantom Beast. Somebody put it in the chats for me. I can't quite remember right now. I'm so discombobulated with last minute pivoting or whatever the case may be. But as far as the Potomac River up here in DC, I remember years ago when I was younger, I think we were down there for fireworks or we was down there for something at night. And allegedly they saw a shark in the Potomac River years ago. They saw a fin in the water years ago. And I think I had to be probably maybe 11, 12, somewhere off in there, many moons ago, whatever the case may be. And that's way up the Chesapeake, which runs into the ocean. The Potomac River runs into the Chesapeake that runs into the ocean or whatever the case may be. And that was a long time ago. So y'all just got to be mindful. Y'all got to be mindful of these waterways and what y'all getting into. Hell, you ain't even got to be in no damn You ain't got to worry about sharks. They got other big ass fish. They got some catfish out here that are big as all hell, and they be grabbing hold of people and pulling them down and drowning them or whatever the case may be. Catfish that be bigger than me in some of these waters. Funny fact, Phil, not until I jumped in, they told me about the bull shark. Oh no. Oh no! Once they would have got me on that boat, they know what they doing. Once they'd have got me back on that boat, I'd have started swinging. Once they got me on the boat, the dock, or wherever I was, I would have got to swinging. You hear me? All I would have heard in the background was mint condition. You send me swinging, and I would have just commenced to the Rocky thing going off, hitting chins and temples, pow, knocking them slam out. Like I know y'all Bama ass did not allow me to jump off this joint, knowing there's sharks here, and didn't say Nathan to me, huh? You getting a little gray? Oh yeah, of course. It comes with time. Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm not dying nothing. I wear it like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's a little sexy to have a little salt and pepper. Some like the silverback gorilla look anyway. Shaquille O'Neal. Some people like the silverback gorilla look, and I am one of them, huh? Yeah, the original gorilla in the mist. You feel me? He said, never hung out with them again, huh? I wouldn't have hung out with their ass neither. I wouldn't have hung out with their ass neither. Man, it would have been on and popping. You hear me? Rainy weather, they asking, you want to go out? Hell no. Look, I know that's right. You feel me, Shaquille? Listen, having at it. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I look rather distinguished, even though right now I'm looking like a fuzzy bear. That was another thing. I was setting the morning show up. I was going to get everything together, and then I was going to run buzz, and shade the face that had me looking, you know what I'm saying? Appropriate to me, for the camera this morning. That went left, so I was, it is what it is. It is what it is. And still I rise. What else is on the menu, ladies and gentlemen? What else is on the menu? Justice for Nolan Wells. Justice and freedom for Carmelo Anthony, who's going to court next month. I think I said the 19th and 20th, or either the 20th and 21st. He got his court dates for these hearings to get the judge up out of there and see if he get a new trial for ineffective counsel and all the other issues going on with that case, or whatever the case may be. Fruit Flavors, good morning to ye. Good morning, GMG. I see you. Friend of mine just lost his nephew out there about a month ago. Out where, K-Mo? On the Potomac? Oh, wow. During COVID, there were sights of dolphins in the Potomac, too. Listen, I'm telling you, anywhere where there's waterway that opens up at some point to the ocean, there's the possibility of anything being in the waters. And the catfish, size of catfish that I've heard about, I've heard that the Potomac River has some big ass catfish in there too. Every time I run into them, my blood rises. Pause. No diddy. No diddy. For those that are just tapping and tuning in, you might feel like you're late, but you're kind of on time because I started the show late, ladies and gentlemen. Please forgive me. It was outside of my doing, outside of my control, or whatever the case may be. I scrambled to get as much of this together as possible so I could continue on with the show to show y'all my where my heart is at, is in doing this show and doing it for you all, or whatever the case may be. Black brethren stick to swimming pools. You can get into the beaches, just know where you going, huh? If the water ain't crystal or blue or whatever the case may be, you might want to stay out of that, because at least if you duck your head in the water, you can see some shit. You know what I'm saying? Coming, pause. You in dark waters, you don't know what the hell is around you, huh? You could be around there swimming, something bump, you think it's somebody in the water with you. You look around, ain't nobody in the damn water. You like, what the figgity? Dad, shut your ass up. You was off them shrooms. Talking about the other day I seen a mermaid. You was off them shrooms. That's what the hell happened, Dad. Do you need to leave that alone? I think you better let it go. Let it go there, Dad. Listen. He said the other day I think I seen a mermizzle. God dizzle. And now, Dez, if you seen a mermaid in that atrocious ass Hudson River, there's a problem, Dez. If you seen a mermaid in that damn Hudson River, listen, it's a problem. Riptides will drag you out, drag you to Jamaica. Man, listen, yeah, you got to be careful of those too. If you're not a strong swimmer, don't go deep out into the water. Two, going deep out into the water, you are opening yourself up to be around more sharks and other fish and what wildlife that's out there, whatever the case may be. Hell, in some areas like Florida and certain other areas, you got to be mindful now because they say that it's either alligators or crocodiles are coming from the Everglades and other places and coming around and going on these damn beaches and going into the ocean or whatever the case may be. So you really got to be careful now. I used to hate to see people just all the time just go to the beach, just lay up on the beach. Sorry, ladies, I know y'all be tanning and things, but come get in the water. You know what I'm saying? We at the beach. But now with all this stuff going on and other things starting to happen, you like, God damn it. Like, it ain't even safe to get into the water, huh? It ain't even safe to... Potomac River, he was from Germantown, Maryland. Sorry to hear that. He probably did. They called manatees in Florida. What's called manatees in Florida? No, manatees are manatees. Dolphins are dolphins. Manatees are manatees and dolphins are dolphins. And in Florida, they definitely got manatees. And they got a couple species of dolphins that they found in the fresh waterways of Florida too. Sexy sugar mama, that's a fact. Florida ain't killing sharks, just chilling. That's why I don't go on cruises. That's too much water to drink. Pause. They got life jackets, Slim. They got life jackets and life rafts and life boats. There's a lot of fun to be had on cruises, though. I'm just saying, those gators are no joke in Florida. People are catching them on their Ring doorbells. That's a fact. Some of them, you've seen the picture, some of them climb up the wall, right? Not climb up like they climb in the wall, but kind of like lean up on the thing. And man, just imagine you out there chilling. I always wonder why, like, all of the property and rental properties I've seen had enclosed pools. I'm like, why are they enclosed? Now the hell I know, to keep the wildlife out. The snakes, because you know they got big ass pythons down there. They got gators and crocodiles down there. They got all kinds of bullshittery, and they enclose them. My cousin, God bless the dead, him and his wife invested in a rental property down in Florida. Nice little property. And the pool, the outdoor pool was really indoor because it was enclosed. It had like this. It's not a mesh. It's some kind of covering. It wasn't quite a fence, but it's some other material, whatever, to keep the animals out or whatever the case may be. Oh, you was talking to Dez. My bad. Disease on cruises will have you all quarantined. That's a factor, Mundo. And it's a lot of that going around too. You got to be careful out here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely be careful. For those tapping in and tuning in from any other platform, whether it be IG, whether it be X, formerly known as Twitter's, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, y'all come on over here to YouTube, be a part of this conversation. Why don't you, huh? I can answer some of you all, and by the fact that I'm on this one, I got the multi-chat thing on. Y'all can see chat in there, but those on other platforms won't be able to see the responses in a proper manner. Come on over here where they get active. You feel me? He said he saw a mermaid. That was a manatee, but if you've been indulging, you think anything a mermaid. Life jacket sharks eat that too. Fact of Monday. But shit, you ain't. Who said you got the what you call it? Joe Luke, what's up, Gerald? Hilltop Cafe, my uptown homie in the building on IG. I'm over on the good YouTube. Joe Luke. I'm on the good YouTube, G. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. You feel me? But yeah, y'all got to be mindful of the waters in which you want to play in. Unfortunately, up where I live at and further up like New York and places like that, the water is murky. The water is, whenever you've been down to certain areas down south, certain areas of Florida, where the water is blue, when you get to going to Hawaii, when you get to going to the Caribbean islands and seeing how that water look, you don't want to go to near beach that look like Sandy Point Beach, Point Lookout, where I live at, Rehoboth Beach up there in Delaware, Coney Island Beach, or any of them damn beaches. You don't want to be in none of that water. Once you move around like tides, you get to seeing how it look in various places and spaces and see how the water is watering and how it's looking crystal and how the sand be other colors. Like sand over in Point Lookout and Sandy Point be this like this orangey tan little shit, look like some shit off of Mars or whatever the case may be. But when you go to places and spaces, the sand is like real light beige to white. Or you got beaches that got dark sands that look exotic or whatever the case may be. The water is watery, glistening, crystal clear with a blue tinge to it. And you like, oh, this look like alkaline water right here. Oh, listen. I'm in Australia at the moment, and so many dudes have had shark attacks. I think most of the shark attacks in the world come from out of Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Because they got so many, they got a high constant in between Australia and South Africa. The coast off of South Africa and Australia has the highest concentration of great whites and I think tiger sharks and a couple other mako sharks and stuff like that too. If I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong or do your Googles. You hear me? Do your Googles. Other day I ran from water. It was dolphins. Man, listen, it's been a while since I've been to Virginia Beach, but the last time I went to Virginia Beach, dolphins were like 50 feet away from me. 50, and I was in waist high water, and with the dolphins, at first we thought they were shark fins till we seen the curve in the fin and then seen them come over the water. I said, oh shit, it was like a family or a group of dolphins or whatever the case may be. I was like, in Virginia? I was like, oh shit, there. I was trying to get Flipper to come on over. Flipper, come here, Flipper. You know what I'm saying? Because dolphins a lot of times fight against sharks. They'll help protect you against sharks if they're around or whatever the case may be. So I wasn't afraid of the dolphins. I was like, come on over here, Flipper. I was trying to talk to them in their language. Pause, no diddy. I was trying to talk to them. They're like, come on over here, chill with Big Phil. You know, it's just me. I'm just in this water chilling, you know. Rather be safe than sorry, I guess, than just wait and figure it out. Yeah, true. If you ain't knowing what it is, get the hell on out of Dodge. Get the hell on out of Dodge. Say when it all falls down. For those that are late coming in, we talked about the Popeyes thing. Y'all missed it. Rubber chickens. We talked about that. Y'all gonna have to rewind this. Y'all gonna have to rewind it. We talked about the rubber chickens or whatever the case may be. Y'all be mindful when you out here getting to the food or whatever the case may be. You be mindful. Listen, I'll say this though. I don't have the little video clip up, but the city pull up is coming. The city pull up is coming to a city and state near you. Near you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been amazed. I've been amazed by some of the people that act like they support the situation. My eyes are dry a little bit. That support the situation, but been subtly trying to put a monkey wrench in things, but can't nobody stop what God has ordained. Can't nobody stop me from my purpose and my passion. Can't nobody stop Big Phil Speaks from doing Nathan in this world but me, or godly circumstances. You feel me? Other than that, we gonna have at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. Own it. Pause. No diddy. A fin was scared of. That's a fact of window. I hate the beach. All your food has sand in it. Biting your sandwiches. That's why you got to have one of them coolers. Coolers or secure bags, Dad, so the sand can't get into your food. Can't just be leaving your sandwich out on the towel or whatever the case may be. Can't leave your food out like that. You got to hold that thing in your hand, pause and eat it while you can eat it, and then throw the trash away. Then you got to be mindful. It ain't the sand you got to worry about, Dad. It's the seagulls and other birds and things that want to come and get gangster. Like, oh, you got food, Slim. Let me get some of that up off you, huh? Let me get that up off you. What type of vehicle are you using? I'm still in between the RV and a Sprinter van, Shaquille. In between the RV and the Sprinter van, and kind of leaning towards the Sprinter van or whatever the case may be, because it'll save some money. It'll save some money overall, and it's a lot more maneuverable, and I can park it in more places and spaces than I could a big RV anyway or whatever. So either way, I'm gonna put my big ass face, head on the side of the vehicle, or whatever the case may be. And people gonna be like, who the hell is this Bama right here? They don't say Bama other areas. They gonna be like, who the hell is this nogger? And it's gonna say, who is he? And it's gonna have my socials and all that. Yeah, after that, y'all gonna see new people come in, because it's the law of averages. As I'm traveling, people gonna see it. As I pull up in the cities, people gonna see it. They gonna be like, who the hell is he? I don't know who the hell. It's a method to all my madness, huh? That's a fact. Definitely Sprinter. That's what I'm feeling like too, because then, I could share the driving or whatever the case may be, because I ain't got no damn CDLs, and I done drove box trucks, and I done drove pickup trucks and flatbeds and all that, but I ain't never drove no big ass RV or whatever the case may be. That might be a whole nother animal, so Sprinter might be what it need to be. It was just last week, had turtles hatched next to us. Oh, that's dope. Y'all help the weak ones. Oh, that's fly. That's fly. Oh, I already know. I already know, Shaquille. I already know. It's already factored in everything. Already factored in. That's the one thing I miss about when I went to Hawaii or whatever the case may be. Because it's one little cove that they got where they allow you to go snorkeling and all that. I seen parrotfish. It was a big ass sea turtle that came up there that was crunching into the reef or whatever the case may be, and I was able to touch the turtle. Turtle ain't get offended or nothing. The turtle just came up there, like, looked at me like, "What's up, Slam? Yeah, I'm hungry in a mug. Watch this." And you can hear him crunching. And the parrotfish are big ass fish. They about this big, and they got little beaks on them, whatever. And they were crunching into the damn coral, trying to eat or whatever the case may be. And they tell you don't feed the fish, and I saw why, because somebody fed the fish, and a whole bunch of fish, all of them about this size, started swarming in. Music for God too. Good morning, darling. I see you. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate you. But it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful sight to see. And this is not deep water where you go where I was snorkeling at. The water from about maybe to the thigh to the waist or whatever. You could be in that water and see all kinds of fish. All kinds of fish. One day I'm going to upload all the footage and photos that I have. One day, man, I seen the little, I don't know if it's a pike fish. It was thin paws and long or whatever, kind of had a little silvery iridescence to it that I know of. It was all kinds of beautifully colored fish. I seen Nemo and Dory. Ain't that the other fish that was with Nemo? I seen them in the water. I seen all kinds of beautiful fish out there too. You said that was a snapping turtle. Nah, that was no. I was in Hawaii, Slim, and that was ocean. That was a sea turtle, Slim. I said a snapping turtle. What you think? I was in Rock Creek Park, swimming in the waters in Rock Creek Park. Damn it, Jim. Listen, how y'all feeling today? It's hump day though, huh? Clownfish. Yeah, that's Fighting Nemo, the clownfish. I forget what kind of fish Dory was or whatever. I think that was the name of the fish, Dory, I think. But yeah. How y'all feeling today on this wonderful Wednesday, the 29th day of July? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The month is almost over just like that, huh? Just like that. Listen. Say when it all falls. Hold on. Did I mean to do that? Oh, it automatically does that. Okay, cool. Yeah, but what else is on the agenda? There's a lot going on in the Mo 3 Yellow Beezy situation with the case of Mo 3's death coming up next month or whatever the case may be. A list has been released of all the potential witnesses that the prosecution intends to call. I believe, yeah, it was the prosecution list. And there's some interesting names on that list. Some of them names are out of Mo 3's camp. Some of them names are out of Yellow Beezy's camp or whatever the case may be. But I want to admonish anybody, Dory was a blue tang. Dory wasn't a blue tang. Dory was yellow. Dory was definitely yellow, wasn't she? Or was she? No. You might be right. Shaquille, forgive me. But in that situation, I have to tell people, just because somebody's name is on the list does not mean that they're snitching. Does not, because it's been a lot of chatter, a lot of talk on these internet streets, especially from people down in Texas in that Mo 3 sector and fans of both Mo 3 and Yellow Beezy discussing who's hot, who's not, or whatever the case may be. And I do have to say this: just because somebody's name is on that list does not mean that they're hot and they telling. There's a such thing as being compelled to testify as being subpoenaed as a damn. God damn. Hold on. I forget. I'm getting a brain fart. As a hostile witness, there it is. Being compelled to testify or being subpoenaed as a hostile witness. You'll know the kind too, whether they're being subpoenaed by the defense or the prosecution. The hostile witness is usually somebody to get on that stand and gives the prosecutor or somebody a very hard time that's not trying to cooperate and only doing as much as needed by the judge's admonishment or whatever the case may be. But the judge will give the jury's instructions as to that witness being a hostile witness, meaning they are testifying not necessarily of their own accord, and that they may or may not give you everything you want or need, or they don't go off of their demeanor, because their demeanor is definitely saying that they don't want to be on the stand, but that's a hostile witness or whatever the case may be. But there's a couple individuals that they saying are hostile. I mean, not hostile, are hot or whatever the case may be. Allegedly, there's one brother that they are allegedly saying, Trap Boy Freddy, who has been involved with a couple of cases where there was weight and guns involved, and he's back in the streets like it's Nathan. Back in the streets where other people are locked down. They say that he might be hot. Allegedly, you feel me? Thank God these kids need to go back to school. The musical gospel said, Dez, don't be shortening my summer, please. I beg you. Listen. If you ever get the opportunity, and I don't mean when you get your jury summons, if you ever able to go sit in on a case, like a big drug case or a murder case, or hell, spend the afternoon or morning in court watching it and listening to criminal cases or whatever, it'll intrigue you. Some of the stuff you hear, some of the stuff you'll see, some of the stuff that people are charged with, and some of the evidence is being presented, you'll be like, well, I be damned. If y'all think Law and Order SVU and CI and all these shows or something, go go down to your local court and sit in on cases that are being tried or whatever the case may be, whether it's the actual trial itself, pre-trial, a hearing or whatever the case may be, status hearing. Sitting on them joints and just listen. You'll be entertained and surprised for real. That's a fact of mundo. Yeah, the musical gospel said, don't shorten my summer shit. Summer's almost over. We got one more month, ladies and gentlemen, and it's kaput. It seemed like summer just got here, like, here we go. And there's like, all right, I see y'all later. I will holler. You hear me? Those tapping in and tuning in, I came on late. We're gonna stay the duration. Come on over here to the good YouTube. And if you're new to the channel, if you're peeking from the anons, come on over here and subscribe to the channel. I promise there's something over here for everybody. You feel me? Something over here for everybody. Listen. Anyway, moving forward, moving on. How are y'all feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are y'all doing on this Wednesday, huh? How's your mental health, huh? Courthouse gives the hives. Hey, Dez, trust me. Trust me. I understand. I know. I don't even like being in the presence of police like that because it just gives me a feeling from back in my active days or back in my days where I was getting in trouble and or charged with stuff or whatever the case may be. So I definitely understand. But I'm just saying, if you happen to have to be down there for something, whether it's a parking ticket or maybe you caught a little minor infraction, sit down and listen to some other cases. Sit down and listen to some other cases. And if there's a big case that's happening in your area, go on. If you can get in there and have a seat, go on in there and check it out. You'll be amazed. You'll be like, damn. It will educate you. It will educate you on the process. You'll learn some laws and stuff you didn't know. You'll find out some interesting facts. You'll hear some crazy, messed up, wicked things about people. You'll hear some people that are really innocent going through it. You'll hear all of the things if you sit there in a court building and go see some cases. I'm telling you. You said I retired from being a dad this year. Now with the 100 of kids you got, peepskin, you'll never retire. You never go and retire, brethren. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I've been there for homies. The shit funny. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. You get to sitting in them cases, you'll be like, well, I'll be damned. And you get to see how the government play, whether they on point or they with some bullshit. You'll get to see how the defense play, whether they about their business or selling their client up the river. You'll get to see how public defenders act, whether they good ones or the ones that are, yeah, but the prosecutors offering this right out the gate. As soon as they see you, well, the prosecutors are offering a plea deal of instead of 20 years, you can get 7 years and a biscuit. If you don't get your Bama ass back in that courtroom and represent me right, can't stand them little charming children. Listen, hey, have at it. Have at it. Shout out to everybody tapping in and tuning in from other places and spaces. It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Huh? Listen, we're going to have us a wonderful time. Ones without lawyers and the solo dolos. Listen. Let me tell you this, right? For those that are outside, for those that got cases, whether you did something or you didn't do something, you got a right to stand up to your lawyer. Your lawyer is supposed to work for you. You're not supposed to be, you're a client of your lawyer, public defender or not. They have an obligation to do certain things. And if they are not living up to that obligation, threaten they ass with reporting them to the bar association. They gonna ship up or ship the hell out. They gonna get right or get left. You feel me? Because they know if you report their ass to the bar, it puts them under investigation and or the possibility of losing their abilities to practice law in that jurisdiction. They don't want that. Some of them will without question immediately try to just close the books on you and get the conviction for the prosecution and quote unquote convince you that they're making you happy in the situation or whatever the case may be. Understand that. Yeah, the ones that are fighting it pro se, that's a fact. Courthouse is kryptonite for me, and I get weak when I next to the building. Listen, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. You feel me? Understand though. Understand though. Hey, it's the times we living in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the times we living in. Let me add this in here. Boom, boom, bam, bam. See if I can pull this up. Say when it all falls down, when it all falls down, baby. Copy your brand. Replace. Okay, good. We good. Hold up. Meant to take that off. My homie said he would rep himself. LMAO nigga was like, I'm gonna rep me. He stuttered all the way through. Judge was light on him. Listen, I told y'all about a case. I told you about a case where I used to do bootleg CDs or DVDs or whatever the case may be. Got pulled over while I was in the halfway house. Wasn't even supposed to be driving the whole 9 yards. The people thought I was smuggling drugs or whatever the case may be. The police that pulled me over, so they arrested me because they said my license was suspended. And this was 2002. 2002. But they say my license was suspended back in 1994, which was crazy to me because I done registered cars and drove and got pulled over a plethora of times. And all of a sudden, they say my license was suspended. Use that as a way of locking me up or whatever the case may be, and impounding the car. And when they did so, they looked through the vehicle and they thought they was coming up on drugs because they had cases among cases and crates among crates, but they were enclosed ones or whatever. Those type of crates that you get like at CVS and all that they deliver stuff in. Anyway, got pulled over and they was like, you got drugs in the vehicle? No, I don't. So they had the sniff dog come out. Sniff dog ain't hit on nothing. So after that happened, they start looking through this stuff or whatever the case may be and saw but they didn't know how to charge it. But later on, they charged me or whatever, and they charged me with the big boy counterfeiting charge, not piracy or any of the things dealing with bootlegging. They charged me with the big boy charge as if I was printing money or whatever the case may be. So long story short, I had to go to court for it or whatever the case may be. They were trying to sew me up. I think each charge was like 10 years a whop or whatever the case may be, 10 plus years. I think one of them was a 30-year charge or whatever the case may be. And I had a public defender, and the public defender tried to sell me up the river. And I told him, I said, Slim, listen, you better get over there and fight for me, or I'm going to the bar association on your ass, because it's a bunch of bullshittery. Fortunately for me, I spoke up for myself, and I stood up and spoke for myself in front of the judge. And what the judge ended up saying was that neither the prosecution nor local law enforcement were capable, were accredited, or at the time had the credential to fully say what was bootleg or not, what was counterfeit or not. That they said at that time that individuals, representatives from Sony, was it BMG at the time, Warner, one of those representatives from one of those big companies had to come into court and to as an expert witness and to break down why this, that, and the third was bootleg. And they threw the case out. I was like, yeah. So when that happened, I got a strange phone call. Now, mind you, I had this bomb-ass leather jacket or whatever the case may be. It was in the style of an Averex or Pele or whatever, nice joint or whatever the case may be. That was the only thing I was mad about losing in that situation. They called me and was like, yeah, hey, Mr. White, how you doing? Since your case has been adjudicated, you can come pick up your property. We have your property for you, right? And I looked at the phone like, these bammers got me effed up. Like, I'm quick on it, right? Pause. I looked at the phone. I said, what property? They said, yeah, from your vehicle, from the case that you just got from. I looked at them. I said, I told y'all before that wasn't my vehicle, so that property ain't mine neither. I said, y'all can do with it what you want. It ain't mine, right? They must have thought I was a fool. What they were going to do is when I showed up and grabbed my property, they would have recharged me one. and or the feds would have took over the case, because it's usually piracy and all that kind of goes up the ladder to the feds anyway. I said, y'all can have the hell at it. I took a loss in that, but I was like, psh, y'all can have at it. Y'all not gonna get me like that. I was like, you got me fucked up. I told my then wife about it, and she was like, you sure you don't get to? I said, girl, do you hear what I'm telling you? And then she thought about it. She said, you know what? You right. I said, oh, I know I'm right. Listen, they can have that. I can rebuild the stock. That ain't about nothing. The ice cream truck came around, and all my kids' friends was in my yard playing, and here comes my daughter. I want ice cream. It cost me $75. I was like, listen, hey, Daz, got to do it for the kids. Got to do it for the weeples. You said a lady you know been watching and can't wait for the city pull up. You getting traction out here. Whatever. Peepski. I told my girl I'll cheat for the snow. Now she mad after she done said Jamie Foxx. What? I don't get what you saying, Phantom Beats. Right, Jazz. That was a long time ago, but I'm sharper than the average though. I was like, they had me effed up. Ice cream $7 a cone, man. Listen, buy 4 buckets and call it a day. That's right. No public defenders. But see, the reason why I ain't put no money into no pay lawyer, because I knew the case was beatable. But Jazz, I wasn't wasting my money because I knew the case was beatable, and I knew I had researched the whole case. I researched the whole case, and I already knew what they could and couldn't do, or whatever the case may be. But the public defender tried to sell a brother out, and I wasn't having it. And when I presented him with printouts of the case law, his mouth dropped. He looked at me like, I said, yeah, I'm on that. I said, I'm on that. Now get your ass over there and fight this case like you're supposed to before I go to that bar association. And he did what he could. And what he couldn't do, I stood up myself and asked, could I speak, and spoke my piece on the case law at hand. Trust and believe. You said Mr. Softy be scamming people? Damn it. Yep, that case guy. I beat that case in 2003. The Frog, welcome to the room. I see you. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. Huh? I appreciate the gifts and the jewels that y'all are dropping on your brother or whatever. Make me feel like I'm royalty, like I'm a king or something, huh? Call me Don Dada, King Philly. You feel me? Hey. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. You feel me? Listen. But Jazz, trust and believe, if it was a situation where I needed a paid lawyer, I definitely would have got a paid lawyer. But in that situation, I ain't need no paid lawyer. I was hipper than a hippopotamus. I'm like, yeah, y'all got me effed up. By that time, Jazz, I have had my rounds of dealing with lawyers paid and public defenders and fighting cases and pleading out and all that. I'm like, nah, y'all got me effed up. No double jeopardy. You feel me? Anyway, what's good? What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Peeps game starting trouble, talking about somebody waiting for the city pull up and all these things. I'm chilling. I don't want no problems. You feel me? I had a dope conversation yesterday. We was on TikTok. It was me. It was Rose's live, but it was me, Rose, Jazz, Jay Finesse came up. Who else was up there? Steele came up for a minute, and another young lady named Moet. She was up there, whatever the case may be. Some of y'all came into the comments area, whatever. Even though her comments were turned off, whatever. And there was some good ideas to add to the city pull up, and I'm definitely gonna take them into consideration. And make it do what it do, or whatever the case may be. Nothing that's going to cost more, but actually will bring more attention and more eyes on the situation, and or to the followership here on YouTube or whatever the case may be, in other platforms, that is. But yeah, so as a man, I you know, I always take things into consideration, even if it seems like I don't. In the moment, I always take stuff in and I think about it later, whether it's something that's correcting me, critiquing me, complimenting me, or the like, or whatever, or helping to enhance me. You feel me? Phil, they think we are ignorant when it comes to the law. And that's it right there. That's it right there. They think we ignorant. Just like I told y'all about the situation when I got hurt on the job and they was trying to play me left, and I wrote a 3-page letter to the owner of the company. And he thought a lawyer wrote that letter. He thought a lawyer wrote that letter. I said, nah. And the crazy part is he was like one of my second interviews or whatever the case. He's part of my second interview. So they knew I had my own business and had ran my own graphic design and print company for a minute. So I was like, I said, I had to jog his memory. Like, remember, I'm used to dealing with contracts and things of that nature. You know, remember I had my own business. He said, oh, yeah. But he one of them staunch Republican dudes that used to hold little ceremonies and get-togethers on the company properties. He'd had the who's who of the Republicans at one point on the job site or whatever. So he looked at some of us as just remedial servants or remedial help or whatever. And I just looked at him. I was like, oh yeah, I know the law. I know how to write contracts. And he was shocked and surprised. But what he didn't do is play around with it. He immediately pushed it to workers' comp. Whereas my Uncle Tom ass supervisor at the time, boy, was trying to push it under the rug. And I was like, man, you should stop drinking through that straw. Pause. You became Phil White the third for that. Esquire peeps game. Phil White Esquire. You know what I'm talking about? Don't hate me in my Strizzle peeps game. Don't hate me in the Strizzy. Pause. Don't diddy. Listen, they definitely think we ignorant or whatever. But yeah, the owner of the company at the time was like, yeah, oh, we need to get him out of here. He went back and looked at the camera footage and said, oh, he definitely got hurt. Yeah, because one, they was dead ass wrong because I shouldn't, me and my partner at the time, my coworker, wasn't supposed to be carrying that big ass double door assembly. Definitely not putting it on no damn box truck neither. But yeah, so it is what it is. It was what it was. And I'm goody like the mob, ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Yeah. Seriously, that part right there, peeps. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? A lot of times y'all see me joking, laughing, chilling, smiling, using my big Philisms, you know, with my sayings, have at it, whatever the case may be. You feel me? Bullshiggery, figgity, and all these things. And some people think that, you know, they take me less than or whatever the case may be. Not even because of my age, but just because I be so laid back and chill with it a lot of times. But I never really fully show my aces in the hole. I never fully show my trump cards for too many people or whatever the case. Because sometimes I like to see what people think when they don't know me, and sometimes I like to see when people underestimate me. It make me smirk and smile, whether I'm doing it literally or internally or whatever the case. I'm like, little do these Bammers know. Little do these know. You behind, Jay? You like, yes, it was lit. I be like, little do they know, and that's why even going back to when Flip was live back on IG, and again for those coming in, again I want to wish my brother Queens Flip a happy birthday, happy 39th birthday. You feel me? Live it up, you know what I'm saying? We getting older, not younger. Matter of fact, we ain't getting older, we just getting wiser, more finer like wine with it. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to Queens Flip. But going back to Flip's lives on IG to the present, it be people that tap in from time to time that know me from my real life in different points, and they'll listen to the back and forth of what some people say and what they think they know about me, and people that come in the comments be like, they must don't know you, do they feel? And I'm like, no, they don't. They don't, but it's all good, huh? The Bounce News was goody like the mob, huh? Salute, welcome to the building. Hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. If you don't have that, Dad said, Phil, you had a bootleg. I had some of them too. I used to sell them too, Daz. I had everything. Listen, I wasn't your average CD, selling CDs that had just the hip hop and the rap and the mixtapes. I had blues, I had jazz. Of course, I had the go-go because it's DC. I had a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of pop music or whatever the case may be. But I had your Miles Davis, I had your Coltrane's, I had your Nina Simone's, I had your Etta James, I had a plethora of artists that most other people that was dealing with the CDs and DVDs wouldn't have touched because they didn't know there was an audience for it. And I had buyers of all walks of life, even law enforcement that would used to come to my table in uniform and buy my shits. And they used to give me the 411 when not to set up, because they said, yeah, the day in roll call, they said they coming around and busting people. So either, shut down or don't set up the day at all, or take your CDs and all this off the table. So it was a good thing. And I always made sure they get a little extra little CD. I never give them no money, but I gave them a little extra little, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I had them too, Dez. I had them too. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a market for that. And you'd be surprised. I had more women. I had more women than fellas that was buying the the Pinot Jones. I had people. I'm gonna just say adult joints. I had more women than men that was buying the adult joints back in the day. Surprised me because I'm thinking mostly the fellas gonna grab these joints up, but the ladies, with y'all freak asses, y'all was buying them adult joints up. You feel me? Who talked about it last night? Peep Scheme. I'm exactly like your essay, homie. You mean essay like Hispanic, or you talking about essay like San Antonio? Do 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 do. She even asked me if I'm willing to link up. What? I don't know what you talking about, Peepski. You had women buying what now? Notorious. I didn't have them doing nothing. I just had it available, and they were scooping them up. The adult videos, the flicks, Notorious, the ones you be buying still, I had more women buying them than men. You hear me? Notorious. What's goody like the mom? Good to see you in the building. She said, oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. That was just, she go, my bad. Listen, it shocked me, though. I was like, damn. I got him. I was like, okay, the fella's going to eat these joints up. Yep, definitely had some bootleg DVDs. Look, and you still do. I knew you did. Notorious, I knew you did. Look. You ain't got to never lie to kick it, Craig. You ain't got to never lie to kick it. You feel me? Booty Talk 3. Oh, what you know? Look, she know what she talking about. That whole series, that Booty Talk series. We can go down a whole list. I ain't doing that though. Listen, this the morning show. This ain't Feel the Love Fridays. I ain't gonna take it there. But yeah, I Notorious. I knew something in my inner wishes said Notorious seemed like one of them ones that had her a stash. You hear me? Listen. Sundays you have to play good. Baby daddy is your daughter's mom's birthday. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. And I'm gonna sip my water through my straw. Pause. No daddy. Kamo called them training CDs, training DVD. Listen, I do TikTok fandom. I just ain't been on in probably a couple of weeks though. I'm gonna start back doing them though. Definitely gonna start back doing them. Oh yeah, Peep Scheme. Yeah, what you know no good. You hear me? All that. Yeah. How to V is adult version. Aha! Listen, you know, in hindsight, now it all makes sense because now ladies swear up and down that they fellatio specialists. Now it makes sense because a lot of y'all ladies watched a lot of them DVDs and videos online and have come to perfect your craft, so to speak, or whatever the case may be, have learned how to do different positions and do them expertly too. Some of y'all before that, y'all was just, y'all was like, okay, all right, I'm doing it well. Pause, no diddy, fellas. But after watching them videos and some of these joints you can see on X, formerly known as Twitters and places like that, and these different sites, now y'all ladies swear up and down y'all are specialists in y'all situation. You feel me? Says the guy that was pushing them. Listen, notorious. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I was about my money. And back then I was making crack money off of CDs and DVDs. 1,000, 2,000, if not every day, every other day. Shit, wouldn't you have? Wouldn't you have? Phil used to sell all blue movies. His favorite was all that. Every volume was brazy. I know it was. He said, I know that's right. Yes, indeed. One thing about me, I've been an entrepreneur since the diaper, damn near. And if it made sense, if it made money, I always got it. But with the DVDs, I swore up and down men would be buying them more than women, right? But normally I did certain things to cater towards women because I knew women are the bigger consumers or whatever the case may be. That's why I always had the body oils. That's why I always had the shea butters. That's why I told y'all I used to had the Avon available or whatever the case may be. And along with everything else that I sold and was doing, I was having added. You hear me? And my thought process, I learned this long time ago. When you look at places like Walmart, Target, and places like that, and how they stock, the premise behind why they stock the things they do and why they situate them the way they do, at convenience stores, they maximize square footage or what they have available or whatever the case may be. And they do it in such a way that if you come into the store, for one thing, 7 to 8 times out of 10, you're going to see something else that you either want or you need or whatever the case may be. So that I learned that a long time ago, and I put that into practice. So I had a plethora of different things so that if you came for one thing, you might see some, oh, let me get that too. Or you didn't know what you want and you didn't know if somebody would have a certain thing, and I had it on hand, and they were like, yeah, so I definitely was about my paper, whether it was on the street, in the street, or around the street, or in a public setting, you know what I'm talking about, or in a business setting, a legitimate business setting. I always been about that dinero. You feel me? Speaking of which, where is it at? Boom, boom, boom. Let me add this real quick. If you could, let me turn the comments off for 1 second. If you want to show some love to the situation, you can send a cup of coffee at 10 right here at this QR code, or you can PayPal me at this QR code, or you can Zelle me at this QR code, or you can send some love. You can send some through Apple Pay at this email address here, or Zelle me at this email address here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could, support the movement. Some of it will help for the city-to-city pull-up, and some of it will help with advancement of the channel and everything I got going on. Let me get this up off of here. High from stage. There you go. We back at it. Uh-oh, let me turn on my over Lizzie. What the hell happened here, huh? There we go. We back at it like a crackhead with a crack. His habit. Let me turn the comments back on. I don't like this one. I can't remove the comment from off of here. I don't like it. I ain't mean to show it. I was trying to get rid of it. One of them spam joints. Which all peeps can look at us. Phil used to go into beauty shops with a trench coat full of now that's funny. Now that's she called me the she called me the 2000s version of Luke and Lenny from Off a Good Time. Excuse me. I could never. Shit. I ain't had no need to go looking for people though, Notorious. I just set up to where they would come looking for me. You feel me? You tried it. You tried it. That was funny. For those that noticed certain differences about the show today, again, that came in later, the other platform gave me a rack of problems this morning. That's why I came on late. I had to pivot real quick and try to get this going. That's why I'm here on StreamYard for un momento, por favor, or whatever the case may be. The other platform that Riverside, in which I invested in, I got to take more time to set that up. There's a whole lot more intricacy to that or whatever. So, that's why I opted to come here. It was a lot quicker or whatever. Marcus Bond was goody like the mob said. Hey, this is off topic, but how old is Flip now? I heard he had a birthday. He's 39. 39, Marcus Bond. 39 years young. Flip Orachi is 39 years young. That part. So Peep Ski said toothbrushes and everything. Shit, it wasn't enough money in wouldn't have been enough money in no damn toothbrushes. No choice about facts. Yeah, all right. Y'all are hating. But anyway, yeah, ladies bought more the adult films than the fellas did or whatever. Surprised me. And what was funny, because back then I used to give my number out for deliveries and whatnot too, and I used to get hit up. You got anything new? You got any new flicks? Oh yeah, I got you. Where you want me to meet you at? Can you pull up to your job? Yeah. And they would have some of their coworkers come out with them too. They'd be like, oh, I want that one and that one. Oh, I want that one and that one. Oh, so all of y'all some freak asses, huh? And I'm talking about coming up to government jobs and the whole 9 yards, coming up to government, yeah, and they coming outside in business attire or business casual attire, pulling up on beauty salons. They coming out of, can you bring some in for us to see? Bring some in. Yeah, hell not. Yeah, hell yeah, Notorious. I could have been a star, but the money wasn't right. Peeps, shut your ass up. Listen to me, baby. I need big money to play in that blue. That's what I'm saying too, Peace King. I can't have the thing swinging willy-nilly left and to the right. Y'all got to pay for that. Y'all got to pay like y'all way or like I way. One of the two, but y'all got that. Yeah. Yeah, but pause. No Diddy. I don't want no problems. The DVD man used to be this, though. And the hood mechanic. That's a fact of Mundo. Anybody ever been to the Patapsco Flea Market in Baltimore? I used to have not one but two stands there. The old flea market down at the RFK Stadium parking lot. I used to have that. I used to be down there, and I used to do one on U Street, down the block from where Ben's Chili Bowl is. There used to be a flea market there before they built all that up, or whatever the case may be. I think it's a apartment complex or condo building or something in the place where the flea market used to be, because it used to be a big ass parking lot right there. All that, yeah, it had about 2,000 joints. Pause, no Diddy. Thank you for the gifts. I thank you. I appreciate that. Look at Notorious with her freak self. Hey, Peep, it ain't too late. Did you have Lawrence Fishburne? I might have, Young Dreads. I might have. I had all the popular joints back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And I had mostly the ones for us, and I even had some that had snow bunnies in it for those that like that persuasion too. I had everything. You hear me? Don't be shaking your head. Anyway, What would y'all like to see more of on the Good Morning Gang Morning Show? What would y'all like to see more of on the Big Phil Speaks channel? What would y'all like me to change up just a little bit, or whatever the case may be? Who would y'all like me to interview? Who would y'all like to possibly see me co-host with, whether it be for an episode or a whole series or whatever the case may be? I'm just saying. All I'm going to say about adult movies is this. If it ain't hairy, it's scary. What? CBS? Hold up. Pause. Pause. CBS say he like a jungle safari. CBS, hold on. Are you a man or a woman? First of all, are you a man or a woman? Because whoever they is, they like a jungle safari down there. Said I'm old school. I ain't mad at the old schoolism. I want to see you dance. Do the big Phil. Do the big Phil. Do the big Phil. You a man? All right, CBS. Listen, so he like the jungle bush. He like it like it's out in the outback or in the deep in the forest. You feel me? Of course, Dez. I saw that as a youngster. I seen that as a youngster. She said, "Hey, do the big Phil. Do the big Phil. Do the big." Listen. Lord, y'all are bugged out. What else? What would y'all like to see more of, though? What would y'all like to see me do content-wise? What would y'all like to see me do outside, or whatever the case may be? What would y'all like to see me do realistically when I'm on the city-to-city pull-up? Holler at me. Definitely need a Dez and D interview, a Peep interview, a Feel the Love comments edition, because there be some flirting going on, and interview your top customers that used to buy the video. You would want that last part. Wouldn't you? Phil, we got to do us a song like that. I got the perfect track. For it that could spark a dance to it, though. The jazz. It's something. It's funny you said that. I got a track already that will make people get out there and do a little something. That's a fact. I want to see you do some TikTok dances. What the hell I look like? Boogaloo Slim out here? Notorious said she want to see me do some TikTok dances. Now, I can still boogie like a mug, Notorious. I used to be a hell of a dancer and still got a couple, moves to me. Don't let the little belly wally fool you. You feel me? I'm still Timothy Jones. You hear me? I'm still himologist. Pause. No diddy. I want you to take Jay advice and advertise. You got my sponsorship support if you take the weight loss journey. Seriously. Interesting. Okay, Jazzy. All right, Jazzy. Woo. Okay, Jazzy. I would like to see you in a Yankee hat or a Giant hat. Now, if y'all, Young Dreads, if you pay me to do it, I'll do it. Pause. No diddy. And it ain't got to be no heavy money. But if you pay me to do it, I'll do it. If only for one night. Then it's back to the Washington Nationals. You know what I'm saying? The big dub of Washington, D.C. You feel me? Instead of walking. I'm all for that. Salute. Listen, Young Dre's throw me some coinage, so throw me some money onto one of them to the PayPal. Matter of fact, send it to the Zelle or the Apple Pay. I come on here with a Yankees fitted or a Giants joint or whatever the case may be, just for one show and one show only. You hear me? But if you talk about for a regular basis, not gonna be able to do it. Shout out to the Yankees. Shout out to the Giants. I'm just saying. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. And I just happen to be from and at where I'm at. You hear me? But have to the added. You hear me? Hey, I'm just saying, Young Dreads, listen. If you going to sponsor the show for a day or something, I definitely put on the Yankee fitted or the, the Giants joint. You can interview me and Wifey. That would be dope if y'all were both. So, Dez, you and Wifey would cam up? If you and Wifey would came up, I would definitely interview y'all. I think it would be dope. One, because you're hilarious in the comments, and I need to know how deep and I need to know how deep been dealing with your ass all these years, and how y'all been balancing it out, and how the love looking. One, because we need to see that. Of course, it'll be fun and funny and all that, but I think it'll be inspiring for some days to speak to a couple that's been together for many years or whatever the case may be, and that y'all are still thriving or whatever the case may be. So let me know. Hit me in my DM if you serious about that. We can make that happen or whatever, Dez. For real. For real, for real. Talk to D first. Talk to D. I don't want her to go oops upside your head. But like, Nick, how you just gonna volunteer me for the show? I didn't want to be a part of the show. What comment I ignored? Jazz. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Where is that, Jazz? I don't see it. I don't see the comment, but listen, y'all make sure if you're not following beautiful little Jazz on X, make sure y'all following her. Of course, Jazz, all the time. Make sure y'all follow. She's going live crazy. She's streaming crazy. Y'all make sure y'all support, show some love to Jazzy on her stream or whatever the case may be. She's IRL. She's outside. She's in the truck. She's shopping. She's in the house chilling. She's shaking a little something. She's doing a little bit of something for everybody in true jazz format, in true jazz style. Beautiful big jazz. Big jazz, not the little one. My bad. Listen, y'all make sure y'all tap it and tune in or whatever the case may be. She's very entertaining, bubbly, the whole 9 yards. Funny as a mug. Gonna tell her like a T.I. is. She gonna ask you what she missed about 1,000 times, but she gonna have at it. You hear me? She gonna have at it, ladies and gentlemen. She gonna have at it, no doubt. Of course, Jazz, of course. We all we got. Listen. Yeah, Daz. Make sure you talk to D first, because I don't want her to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about you on one of these reels or shorts. A Bronx, New York couple have succumbed to a unaliving / suicide. It seems like the wife went upside the head of her husband. He didn't make it, and she couldn't live with herself without him. Ladies and gentlemen, pause, no Diddy. And, of course, I don't wish that on nobody, Diz. I'm not speaking that over your life. I'm just having a little fun. You said I'm on your stream now? Well, looky. What's goody like the mob? Those over on Jazz's stream right now. Not now, but right now, huh? It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and I support Jazz 100%. You hear me? Y'all make sure y'all support and show love, huh? That part. Dad said I seen you in that purple outfit twerking yesterday. Lord have, look, D gonna jack you up, Dad. You better guard your eyes, watch your eyes. Guard your eyes and watch your eyes. Peepskin said nothing wrong with 70s Bush for women. Man, some of them bushes was outrageous, though. Some of them bushes was young afros down in Peep Scheme. Some of them bushes was very dangerous. You hear me? At least if she cleared away or make it a little landing strip, you can see the horizon. You can see what's going on down there, as opposed to being surprise, and coming back up with something that you don't want. Look, shout out to the low froze is crazy. Damn it, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGs, listen. It's definitely been, I've been on here from 10:10 or whatever the case may be. So not 10:10, 9:10. So I definitely came on here late, and that's why I'm ending late or whatever the case may be. My wife said I can look but not touch. Okay, look, shout out to that. Shout out to D. Pause. Jazz, I'm going to need you to get that in order. Pause. No Diddy. However, I came on here late. For those that came in later, I had a snafu, some issues with the platform that I've been dealing with, or whatever the case may be. And hopefully this has been crystal clear the whole time. Hopefully this has been crystal clear the whole time, and that you all have enjoyed today's episode, even though it's been improvised and impromptu in the time in which I started. I didn't show any videos, but hopefully you still were entertained by me flippity flapping, running my mouth. Pause. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the rubber chicken from Popeyes, the chicken with the rubbers. We talked about Nolan Wells and that situation. We talked a little bit about the Mo3 and Yellow Beezy situation. We talked about a few things on the show today, or whatever the case may be. So even without the videos, we haven't at it. I didn't ask too many questions or whatever the case may be, false questionnaires. We had at it, huh? Y'all have been very entertaining in these comments as usual. GMG is definitely family. I need my family. You said you will for your birthday. 08. Why you going? Why for then, Jazz? Why only for then? Pause. No diddy. But have at it. I know why, because your peoples ain't going to be around. I get it, Jazz. He ain't going to be around anyway, so why? I get it. Have at it. She in full guerrilla grind mode. I ain't mad at that. But yeah, I truly appreciate each and every one of you that tap in and tune in here on these internet streets. That calls yourself or actually associates yourself with the good GMG. No matter if you rock with this person, that person, or any other person around, or whatever the case may be, the fact that you come through and get to show your boy some love, whether it's only for a moment or you stay for the whole show, or you come back and replay it and watch it, or whatever the case may be. I truly appreciate you all. For those that throw gifts or whatever the case may be, I appreciate that. Those that do hit me with donations to my various outlets or whatever the case may be, I appreciate that. The super chats and all that, the super thanks and all that, I appreciate those too, because you ain't got to do none of it. So I'm humble, grateful, and thankful that y'all tap in and make it do what it do when you can. And even if you can't afford to throw a gift or anything, when you like my lives and my content, when you share them or whatever the case may be, and when you tell a friend to tell a friend, you feel me? You said Nicole Bunyan's grew. Miss Scat Patch, it's good to see you in the building. Yes, indeed. I'm glad to see y'all, those that have tapped in and tuned in, and even for those that are in the anonymous zone of both YouTube or over there on X just watching quietly, or other channels watching quietly. I appreciate you, whether we rocking or not rocking, whether we cool or not cool. And let's be clear, I ain't got no problems with nobody. If we just don't see eye to eye, we don't see eye to eye. People at times try to drum up drama between me and a certain individual. I have no more animosity for that individual, whatever the case may be. Allow them to live their life, would you? There was a moment in time where there was, a lot of content surrounding us or whatever the case may be, but that was then. This is now. Let them live. Let me live. If you would, let us live in peace and harmony. You feel me? Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate you. We'll always love Big Philip. Hey. We'll always love Big Philip. Yeah. Melvin, is that you? What's goody like the mob? I see you tuning in from over on the kick side. What's goody like the mob? Young man, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. I'm over on the good YouTube. Look. Shakir said, I love you too, Jazz. Look. Shout out to Melvin, and his girlfriend that cammed up the other night on Flip's Kick or whatever the case may be. That's what's up. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for keeping me on my toes, keeping me accountable, supporting me, calling me on when I'm slacking and lacking or pause. No diddy. Even the lightweight trolling is cool. Tamika Banks, what's goody like the mob? Good to see you in here. You all late? What the figure is up? I'm chilling. Good to see you in here. But I appreciate each and every one of you for keeping me on my toes. Pause. Even for the joning and the light trolling, for y'all that are not being wicked, evil, or demoralizing. I appreciate a good joke, so the jokes don't bother me or whatever the case may be. Um, but I appreciate all. Yes, indeed. So I'm just going through a lot of little bit. It's all good, Melvin. Count your blessings, man. You woke up another day, Melvin. You woke up another day, so that's a blessing within itself. So that means whatever you going through, you can get through. So you just keep pushing, my brother, and if you get to walking towards the direction you need to walk towards, God's gonna meet you there and push you all the way through it. You hear me? That part right there. No, we ain't doing that, Shaquille. No, we ain't doing that. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all or whatever the case may be. And if we don't see eye to eye, we ain't rocking. Cool. Life goes on. Life goes on, huh? That be it man or woman or whatever the case may be. That be it man or woman. You feel me? Some of y'all are blocked for moments, and some of y'all are blocked forever, and that's just what it is. But it's no hidden animosity, no extra animosity. I ain't beefing with nobody. Like I coined the phrase that I hear other people saying now. It ain't beef, it's vegan. You hear me? I've heard people on podcasts and other places saying my slogan. Listen, for me to be little old Big Phil, I see other people be tapping and tuning in and grabbing hold of some things. But again, I ain't got no beef. It's all vegan. You feel me? Pause. Like I got beef where I need to have beef for who I need to have beef for. Pause, fellas. No diddy. But when it comes to all the extras and I ain't got no beef for nobody. I'm trying to count up my blessings. I'm trying to live out my purpose, and I'm trying to pursue my passions. You hear me? And hopefully they all line up as one. You hear me? Who wanted with Big Phil? We fitting to ride out. I'm pretty sure he gonna cam up at some point. Melvin, today is his birthday. Today is his birthday. Who got beef? I be missing the best parts. Look, hopefully your man got beef. No, Taurus, hopefully your man. Pause. No, did he? Damn it, Jim. But I'm just saying, I ain't got no issues with nobody. If they got issues with me, they can take it up with themselves and God. You hear me? If you got issues with Big Phil Speaks, take it up with yourself and God. Because if we ruffle feathers, you obviously did something to me. Pause. If we got issues, you obviously did something to me. And if you ain't did nothing to me, we goody like the mob. And even if you did do something to me and I had to light into you, pause at one time or another, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Look at Peep Ski still trying to hit on Milfy. Why you don't cam up? Hey, Peep Ski, why you don't cam up on the FDN on Flip the Network and shoot your shot? Why you don't, you ain't got to have your camera on? Why don't you? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, put that bid in? You feel me? But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMG or GMGS, yes, is now 11:15. I came on late. I'm leaving late, but I'm about to head out the back door. Pause. No diddy. And have at it. I thank you all for tapping in and tuning in. Y'all know what I like to say, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti-you, but I'm pro-me with an emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that MFing day, baby. Baby, I'll holler. You feel me? Do 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 do. Hold up. I want to let me scroll down. Uh-oh, hold up. Why I can't get my morning song in? There we go. Oh, hold up. One big happy family. Why won't it let me scroll my damn page up? It's Big Phil Speaks. Do 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 do. Hold on, I'm trying to get my little outro music, y'all. God damn. Turn the comments off. What the figure? I'm mad, y'all. I'm mad. The volume. And I can't even, what you call it? God. Anyway, damn, ladies and gentlemen. If it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Yay. Hold on, I can't even go up. Why is it not letting me, what you call it? Sheesh. Well, I guess we going out. I guess I'm going out with a whole bang. Pause. No Diddy. Because it's not even letting me. I don't know why it's not letting me scroll up and down to even get to what I need to get to. Let me see. Will it let me do it this way? With GMG, one big happy family. Oh well. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It's been one of the moments we having at it. I'm out of here. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks. Love y'all on purpose. You hear me? I holler. Thank you for the gift. I thank you, Crack Baby, Trick Baby. One big happy family, man. Just say bye and abracadabras. Bye, goddammit, bye. I holler. Bye. Dooby dooby doo 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 doo, baby. I'm out of here, huh?